This is Coach Dez here. I am redoing the Lions. So I'm actually redoing those first 6 videos that I started. So this is the Lions 2019 offense numbers. And then this is the Lions 2020 offense numbers. So I'm going to do the comparison and see where there's weaknesses. So rushing right, they averaged 3.76 in 2020. 3.95 in 2019. Rushing to the left, 4.88. Rushing to the left, 3.98 in 2020. So they average pretty much about the same in 2019 and 2020. So passing to the right in 2020, they averaged 10.52 yards per passing. And 2019, it was 11.94. Again, about the same. So passing to down the middle is 12.65 in 2019, 14.12 in 2020. You improved just a little bit. Passing to the left, 11.9 in 2020. Passing to the left in 2019, 12.5. Sacks, 2.75 to 2.88. Both of them about the same. 1 interception in 2019 per game, 0.81 in 2020. Again, about the same. Fumbles, 0.88 in 2019, 0.75 in 2020. Again, about the same. The thing you got to understand is with offense, you didn't change as much. You didn't improve. So therefore, you have to ask yourself, do I have enough running backs or wide receivers, tight ends, who wasn't doing their job? Because when I look at this, your standings, you're still in the basement. You're in the cellar. Don't you want to get out the basement? See, 2019 you were 3-12-1. In 2020 you were 5-11. I don't see how I would even want to celebrate as a victory because I've got 2 extra wins. No. I had already told you that the Vikings were not going to be there again in 2020. And I was not lying about that. I spoke that out. You can get out of the basement with a little bit of improvement here. So let's see. You average 23.6 points per game in 2020. 21.3 points per game in 2019. So your passing overall average was 63.8 in 2020, 59.8 in 2019. So there was an improvement there in passing. And again, but you stayed the same in rushing yards. So maybe you need some more running back. You need help. I don't know. But again, let's evaluate the defense because to me, defense wins games. Let's see what their numbers look like. Okay, this is the defense numbers in 2019. And this is the defense numbers in 2020. Okay, so rushing right, you gave up 4.82 yards per carry rushing right in 2020. 4.05 yards in 2019. Rushing left, 4.46 yards in 2019. 4.89 yards in 2020. Again, you're about the same. So passing to the right, you gave up 12.17 yards per passing in 2020, and in 2019, 12.76. Again, about the same. Passing down the middle, 12.74 yards per passing in 2019, 13.4 in 2020. You got worse. Passing to the left, 11.9 in 2020. 11.46 in 2019, about the same. So sacks, you had 1.88 sacks per game in 2019, 1.69 per game in 2020. About the same. 0.5 interceptions in 2020, 0.5 in 2019. The same. Fumbles, 0.94 in 2019, 0.94. Exactly the same. You didn't improve on defense. You actually got worse. And if you look at where you got worse at, I would have to say it was in the passing game right in here. Look at all your quarters here. Go back and look at the quarters, and you'll see that that's where you lost it at. You can't get out of the basement if your defense is not going to improve. So your safeties, you need to look at and evaluate. The corners, DBs, middle linebackers, because you averaged 32.4 points given up on defense in 2020, 26.4 in 2019. That's a touchdown. You gave up a touchdown more per game over last year. You averaged the overall passing average on y'all on defense was 67.3%, but it was only 62.6% in 2019. So your defense is the reason why y'all in the basement. Defense has got to do their job, step up to the plate, and stop them. And if they don't do their jobs, then I have to really look at the coaches, because that means you didn't prepare your players enough to stop your opponents. Now, these three teams, you play them every year. That's 6 games. You know those opponents. There's no reason for you not to go 6-0 in your own conference. Especially the one from here. All the quarterbacks, once they run out the pocket, they get lost. But see, you're not putting that pressure on them. I don't see enough sacks here. I don't see any interceptions or fumbles. They're the same. You maintain the same. You got to do that. That's the only way you're going to win games. Shut the quarterback down. Keep them on the sideline. Let them get cold. Listen, you're in the Midwest. We play in snow. Take your butts outside and go to one of the universities and play and practice outside. As simple as that. This is football. Get your butts out of the arena and play in the snow. I want you to go 6-0 in your conference, in your division, this upcoming season. That being said, peace out.